This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has stressed that the plan of a higher policy for the UAE for science, technology and innovation is a strategic decision that aims to change the national economy equation, driving it away from depending on limited oil resources. This comes as the UAE President endorsed the UAE's higher policy for science, technology and innovation with an investment of over 300 billion dirhams. The policy includes targets to increase investment on research and development in the UAE by threefold and to increase the percentage of knowledge workers in the country to 40% by 2021. 128 billion dirhams will be invested into clean energy projects, 72 billion to the renewable energy sector, 40 billion in aviation research, development and manufacturing, 20 billion into the space sector, and 31 billion dirhams allocated to enhancing R&D across a range of national initiatives. 6 billion has been allocated to establish innovation incubators and another 6 billion to develop and establish research centres attached to academia. And off the back of the announcement, UAE Innovation Week 2015 officially kicked off today, with 214 federal and local government bodies, as well as private entities across the country taking part, running until the 28th of November. The campaign was launched by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, as part of the 7-year National Innovation Strategy, which will see over 850 activities and initiatives rolled out across the country this week. Dubai's Executive Council is supervising the activities here in the Emirate, where 256 events will be organised by 65 government departments. There will be 3 main event highlights. The first is the Mission Space, which is to be held at the Burj Park from the 24th to the 28th. The second is the Space Explorer, which is being held at Zabil Park on November the 27th. And the third is the Go Initiative, which is a school roadshow for children over at JBR on the 28th of November. And over in the capital, the General Secretariat of the Executive Council has launched 132 initiatives and events under the slogan Emirates Innovates. The Zayed Giving Initiative launched a paediatric mobile clinic as a part of Innovation Week 2015, as well as in recognition of Universal Children's Day, which fell on the 20th of November. The charitable medical mission is being launched as a part of the Early Disease Screening and Prevention Programme under the supervision of the Emirates Foundation's Social Volunteering Programme and in partnership with a group of government and non-government organisations and managed by prominent entrepreneurs. Dr. Adel Al-Shamari, the CEO of the initiative, said that the first stop of the mission will be at Abu Dhabi's Innovation Week, and the primary focus of the clinic will be to serve those living in remote areas. The paediatric mobile clinic, he stated, will provide best-in-class diagnostic, preventative, therapeutic and educational services through an elite group of prominent local and international paediatricians. The Martyrs Families Affairs Office and Takatof, which is a social volunteer programme, have launched a community initiative in honour of Emirati martyrs who have dedicated their lives to serve the country. Members of the public are being encouraged to volunteer their time to projects that benefit their community and the country as a mark of respect for and appreciation of UAE heroes. According to reports, Takatof will hold a series of meetings and workshops designed to encourage volunteering and to enrol residents in community projects. Training sessions will be held from November the 28th to the 30th over in Abu Dhabi, here in Dubai and in Ras Al Khaimah, and each event will see a panel discussion followed by a training session entitled How to Become a Volunteer. The office at the Crown Prince's Court of Abu Dhabi has also announced a series of activities to honour the UAE heroes on the commemoration day, which falls on November the 30th. Relying on local landmarks to find an address will soon be a thing of the past, as the Abu Dhabi municipality has announced that the My Address unified addressing system over in the capital is in full swing, and that to date all address entrances have been mapped in both urban and rural areas. They added that 99% of the blue address plaques mounted outside of buildings, which also include QR codes with details of the address, are complete. The civic body said that, in addition, all new overhead street name signs have been installed on the main intersections on Abu Dhabi Island, together with route numbers to assist navigation. Additionally, 97% of the foundations and inner poles for street name signs have been implemented all over the city. So far, names have been approved and street name signs installed in various areas, including the main streets of Abu Dhabi Island, Al Bateen district, as well as parts of Al Maria Island, Al Nahyan, Al Falah and Al Baya districts. Within these areas, the new addressing system is complete and in full functional use, providing all residents and businesses with their unique address. According to the ADM, each address consists of a street name and building number, and addresses will soon also be available on car navigation software. The Dubai International Writers' Centre celebrated its first anniversary by having authors, poets and speakers in the UAE share their literary experiences alongside poetry recitals and live music performances. The Dubai International Writers' Centre was set up back in 2014 as a part of the Emirates Literature Foundation, established in 2013 by a royal decree. According to the organisers, the Dubai International Writers' Centre was set up as a uniform platform for everyone to engage in. It is the first all-inclusive celebration of the written word in all of its forms: writing, fiction and non-fiction, poetry, scriptwriting, playwriting, calligraphy, with a year-round programme of events catering to the multicultural and multinational communities that are living here in the region. Held at the Al Shindaga historical neighbourhood, the theme of the event was Unity Through Diversity, representing the centre's goal to unify the community through diverse voices and audiences in the country. The evening featured several literary stars, including best-selling authors who spoke about their experiences as writers in the UAE.
We're introducing some new initiatives. We have a wonderful mother and toddler program that's generously sponsored by Chevron, which is teaching children, in fact, as infants, to engage with books with a parent, sitting on the floor and reading together. We've got wonderful creative writing workshops coming, where we've partnered with the University of East Anglia, that's coming later in the year, and a wonderful international translation conference, which we're looking at hosting. In the midst of all of that will be our ongoing workshops to continually train, improve and enhance all writers in the city, in the country, we hope.
I think the best way to learn to write is to read and also to write yourself. And I think my biggest advice I'd give to people is to enjoy it. You see so many kind of people who've been taught English at school and have had the fun kind of bashed out of them. And I think the best thing about writing is how much fun you can have. So my advice to anyone writing is remember that you love it and that's why you do it.
The only advice I can tell the authors and writers is to write from the heart, not from the mind. When you write from your heart, the story or any poem or any essay will come to the heart of the other person. If you write according to a catalog or a menu, your writing will be just like a journalist. I'm sorry not to say that for the journalist, but it's not a report. It should be a story. It should be from the heart to the heart.
And finally, looking to other news now, there's good news for aspiring and young cricketers, as they'll now have the chance to master the art of the game through coaching from the professionals themselves, as the Future Legends Cricket Academy is set to open its doors this December. At a press briefing today, cricket legends and members of their country's World Cup winning squads, Ramiz Raja and Aravinda de Silva, announced the launch of the new academy, which is slated to open at different locations across the country. The cricketers announced that the training camps will welcome registrations from young cricketing minds from December, where they will be coached by a cricketing legend every month during the master classes. Open for kids from under 11 to adult players, both Ramiz and Aravinda are hoping to create champions that will eventually be capable of representing their country on a national level. Despite the presence of the ICC Cricket Academy, Ramiz Raja added that they are hoping to bring the academy to the players through picking the right locations.
The idea is really to get this game near the kids and become, the neighborhood concept becomes that much more clearer and that much more practical. Other than that, I mean, I'm very big on introducing the right and left hand combinations because kids can adapt, kids can perform, and it's picking them young, getting them young at that age where they're still enjoying the sport, just run around and try to expand their talent, which at times through coaching we limited. Coaching should be about getting the best out of a kid and encouraging his natural instinctiveness. And I think that is what we hope to achieve. Expect the best in the business come and be part of the system, and it'll just give a further glow to the UAE and to its cricket parameters. I think everybody wants to be part of the cricket canvas here in the UAE, and it's an easy journey to make from anywhere in the world.
If you look at the subcontinent, the keenness is always there. But what we feel is that continuity and also the focus from the coaching point of view has not been a structured one. So that is where we thought we should come in and try and bridge that gap. And the ideal location to start off, that was a place like Dubai, mainly because of the easiness of doing something like this when we want to bring in a lot of international cricketers to the fore.
With a registration fee of 650 dirhams per month, the head coach announced that the first 2 academies will operate from International Academic City and the Pakistan Association in Dubai. With the presence of 4 level 2 coaches per centre, it was also added that the programmes will be able to accommodate up to 30 students per session, where they'll be taught the right technical, physical and mental skills to master the game.
If you look at Dubai, most of the academies run with part-time coaches, which they would have done the exams and qualified themselves, but in terms of experience in nurturing kids and dealing with technical issues could be different with a professional setup. So we have drawn up our own program, touching the age groups of from under 9 to under 19 and touching the up to adults. So we will run our programs with the inclusion of Ramiz's and Aravinda's ideas and the experiences that they have shared, and it will be a very unique program. And the qualified coaches that we have could safely monitor and also make the kids follow the programs